I'm just going to keep listening to the music.
Thank you. This one?
We're embracing the table because we have papers to keep us on track. I love things that add to the junk. I'm already verbal processing. Let's get this going. You ready? Hi, y'all. So 2 summers ago, our family decided to try an experiment. What would happen if we planted some seeds, some little seeds, in 2 little pots and cared for them exactly the same way every day? We would water them at the same time, we planted them the exact same way, the same amount of sunlight, the same little window, everything the same, and including, we would talk to them. And we would talk to them the same way. The only difference was we would talk to one, we would say really good things to one, and to the other one, well, we would speak oppositely.
Right.
What would happen? Oh, everybody knows who we are.
No.
I'm Kelly.
Hey.
Russell.
I'm David.
My husband, David Russell. We've been married for 21 years. We are madly in love. We have 3 children to prove that.
That's right.
Okay, so I've always heard that words have power. And, do I need this?
No, go ahead.
I've always heard that words have power. And I think we can all agree that the whole sticks and stones thing is nonsense. Words hurt, and words can also heal. But to what degree? This was by far the most scientific thing I had ever done. So we planted our seeds and then we named them, and collectively the kids agreed that they would be called Cutie Pie and Dummy. We wrote Dummy's name the way it deserved, plain and lame.
Lame.
And Cutie Pie's name was written with a little more pop and love because Cutie Pie was fantastic.
She was awesome.
Again, we cared for them equally in every way. We even wrote little scripts. There's our little script. See, Cutie Pie says, "You will grow big and strong. You will make beautiful flowers," and stuff like, "We love you. You are important." And then next to Dummy's pot, we had stuff like, "You're worthless. You will never grow and make beautiful flowers. You're a disappointment. You should just wither. You're alone and no one cares about you." 4 weeks later, here was Cutie Pie and Dummy. We have another 4 weeks later. 2 weeks after that, I got really scientific and I put a ruler in that picture. This feels like it needs a ruler. And so I'm not a scientist or a botanist or anything like that, but I do have something stuck back here. But I think if you can see that Cutie Pie grew fuller and taller, and that kind of blew our minds because we realized, hey, our words have power, like real power. And if that's the case, then that makes us superheroes.
That's right. And that's great news because we had kind of always thought of ourselves as superheroes, having superpowers, because our family, we just geek out on superhero stuff. I mean, we love it. It fills our conversation. We love all the heroes. We even love the rich guys that have lots of tools that don't have superpowers.
No powers, money.
We love it.
Stuff.
And it might have something to do with the fact that I am from Metropolis, Illinois, which is the home of Superman, which makes that music it warms my heart. That could be it. But we possessed a power that you all possess as well. Like I have it, you have it. And that power is our words. It's our words. Words have the power to literally change your brain.
My brain?
Your brain. These guys wrote a book about it. There's a lot of quotes here, there's a lot of words in that book. But they say that those physical changes in your brain actually impact your reality. Now, I think we all can buy into that, and I think probably you can remember some words that were spoken to you at some point in your life that have impacted you in one way or the other. Like for me, I just remember vividly a conversation that I had with this man. He's my high school basketball coach, Joe Hossman, and he pulled me aside after a lackluster first game of my senior year where I had 5 points. It was awesome. He put his arm around me and he said, "You are the leader of this team. And in order for us to win, I need you to play the entire game. I need you to average 20 points a game, 6 rebounds a game. You can do it. I believe in you." And as a 17-year-old boy who didn't have a father figure in place at the time, those words just rocked me. I had never had someone be so specific about something that they said to me, and those words unlocked something inside of me that changed my life. Over the course of that year, I ended up playing every game, the entire game, averaging 20 points a game, 6 rebounds a game, ended up making all conference, all state, and earned a full athletic scholarship to play at Arkansas Tech University. So there was some power in those words.
Great job, honey.
Thanks, baby.
The most important role that your words have is to nurture and grow the relationships around you. Your family, your friends, your neighbors, and now that we all know that we're superheroes and that we all have this superpower, all of us, this is the big takeaway. You've heard it before. Channel your inner Peter Parker and know that with great power comes great responsibility. But what is responsibility? Well, okay, responsibility is being accountable for what's entrusted to you. It's being trustworthy with what you are in charge of. If you have a pet dragon and he burns down the neighbor's house, you foot the bill. With great power comes great responsibility. What does that mean for your words? Well, do your words breathe life into others, or do your words suck the air out of the room? Do your words offer hope, encouragement, gratitude? Gratitude. There's a brain changer. That's a whole nother WES talk. But gratitude is powerful. Or are you a doom and gloom Nostradamus with your words? Are your words kind? When you give a truth bomb, do you wrap it in love? Are you open? For me, being responsible with my words was understanding that I needed to be open to new words and using words in new ways. Being married for over 20 years, there were things that weren't working anymore for me, and I needed to go back and learn new ways to use my words. Also, with 3 kids that, they're growing up, and now I have 2 teenage boys. Again, I had to learn a new language with new words in order to nurture the relationship I have with my boys. And I think it's working pretty well.
It's been huge. It's been huge.
Huge?
Huge. Huge. Also, are you generous with your words or are you stingy? That was a big one for me because my wife has a lot of words. And there were times when she will use all 20,000 of her words and dig into my bucket as well. And so, and that's okay. And so I had to learn that when I would choose to keep the words parked in my brain and not share them, that I was withholding. And what I was also doing was I was robbing people of the opportunity to get to know me. And I was also missing out on opportunities to really encourage the people around me. Now, sometimes when I would use those words, they wouldn't quite come off the way that I wanted them to, and I would turn into this villain dad instead of the superhero dad. Like, I find your lack of faith disappointing. Don't deny me, I will crush you. I am your father. And in that situation, Luke still became Luke Skywalker, but he chose to dive deep down into the spaceship abyss instead of staying in that same space with his father. Like, that was a relationship fail, and I have had plenty of those relationship fails as well.
But wasn't Darth Vader wasn't he saying join me and together we can?
Yeah.
Wasn't he trying to connect?
He was trying to cast vision for his family. That's what he was trying to do.
And connect.
Yeah.
Right? Does no one been in a situation like that with their children? Just misunderstood.
Right.
I don't know. We mess up a lot. And so that's another way that we've had to learn to take responsibility for our words is to own our mess. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that simply looks like just asking for a do-over. I'm sorry, that came out wrong. Can I have a do-over? Another thing that we do, we called the old 1-2, and this is something we did with our kids when they were little. And there's always somebody whacking somebody. It seems that there's still always somebody whacking somebody. But whether it was on purpose or it was an accident, we would expect the perpetrator to always react the same, and that was, "I'm sorry, are you okay?" So if somebody's whacked, we look at the other person and we're like, 1-2, and that person, "I'm sorry, are you okay?" And we've discovered that still works with words. Mm-hmm. And the important thing to remember there is that person also has to be prepared to listen to the answer to that question, "Are you okay?" So it's important to know that responsibility includes knowing how to listen. So we want to end our time tonight with some humble, wise words from everybody's favorite commissioner, Commissioner Gordon. As we encourage you about how you use your words and your superpower, remember this: whatever you do, remember that you're going to make a difference. A lot of times it won't be huge, it won't be visible even, but it will matter just the same.
Your words are superpowers. The words that you speak, they do make a difference. So let's use our powers for good. Thank you.
Thanks.